Yo, what's going on guys, Caden here, back with another video, and today I'm back yet again in Schedule 1, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how I made a fully automatic mixing and crystal setup inside the barn, and yeah, let's get straight into the video. Alright boys, so first off, to show you guys what's actually happening right now. So right now the automatic mixing process is going through, and what's happening is our product is being made, mixed, moved into the ovens, and then moved from the ovens into these machines, and then that's where the chemists come in and they take whatever's in this machine, mix it up, and then the storage movers will come and take whatever's missing, move it back and forth. But pretty much you can see it's gonna go down this line of production and completely refill, and you can see the coop guy right here, he comes and just refills this machine automatically and then takes the product and will move it into the next, see paracetamol, everything like that, and just fill it up until eventually we're pumping out bricks and bricks and bricks along here, which will come out at this shelf. So pretty much I'm just gonna show you guys how I actually did this, and let's get straight into it. Alright, so you can see first off what happens is our storage movers come, and then he just put in our ingredients here. So we just put in the paracetamol, phosphate, and acid and everything there, and then they come through and they load up the mixing stations, and then they'll do the same with this one over here. So just to show you guys yet again, we have our mover coming, taking our product, moving it to the next, and then we have the chemist coming, cooking up the product just like that, and then we'll have another chemist come over here and start cooking up this one. And over here you see we have our chemical tables running on that 5-minute timer, and then also our bakes running through these. So when these finish up, I'll come through and show you guys the employees moving them to the next station. So you can see our scientist is over here mixing this all up, and then you can see our storage guy is coming in and moving everything to the mixing station, and then you see he starts that, and then the scientist starts cooking over here and cooking up this one as he got that started. And then once these finish up, the storage movers will move it from here into the cooking ovens, and you can see these are cooking everything along here, and then they'll move them from the cooking stations to start the full mixing process. Now how we got the first setup over here is what you have to do is you have to place down your tables, and first off, the amount of employees that we have is we just have 4 chemists and 6 movers. So it's a bit complicated because you got to have a lot of movers, and you have all your guys here, and what they do is you come up, you click E on them, and then you set all the routes. So you can see with this guy, most of the things that we have to do is we set up for them refilling products. So what I have is I have it set, so I'll set him to a shelf, and then set it from that shelf to the station, and then set it from this shelf to the station, and all that, and then they have all their supplies along here to be able to just come and refill everything we need. And then with the chemist guys, you literally just set them to these stations and they'll come through and mix it all, and then once they've finished mixing it, you see our handlers will come and move it from the mixing stations and everything, whatever they need to do, whatever needs to be moved, it'll get slowly moved down through the production line. So you can see these are getting moved down through the production line, and then the mixers just come through and get it all set up. So all you have to do is set up the routes on the handlers by clicking E on them, and then you set the from and the to just like that, and you make sure they all have their beds and everything. Now with that, you set the routes for the mixing station. You do from, and you do from this shelf to the mixing station, and then you do from the mixing station to the next mixing station, and then from the product shelf into the mixing station, and so forth. Then from this mixing station here, refill the product here, to this mixing station, refill it there. And then what it has it doing is it has it moving each product from the station to the next, and then refilling whatever was mixed here. And then automatically whenever there's product in here, the chemist will come and set it up. And you can see we have the destinations moving from next to next, and then that'll just move it all through this line and get them mixing and pumping out bricks. And then finally it goes from this destination into the large storage rack, and then that's where another guy will come and pick it all up, bring it to the brick press, and then move that into our final destination where we'll have the bricks. And yeah, so that's pretty much everything for the setup there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it run through and pump out a brick, and then I will show you guys the final product. Alright boys, so you can see over here our mix just finished getting mixed, and now the scientist is already cooking up a next batch, and then the mover is moving it over here into the cooking oven, which you can see that just happened, that process right there. And then this one is going to finish up in 20 seconds. I'll show you guys it being moved into the start of the production. Alright, turns out it was only 10, so they didn't take the whole thing, but when this one finishes up in 1 minute, then they're going to take that, and you can see these ones are already cooking up the next batch, and then move it over here into this one. But you can see these ones are still pumping through the line here. You can see we got all of these, and this is probably going to get refilled and moved in a second. So oh, it's 4 a.m. we gotta go to sleep. All right, there we go guys, we just had to sleep real quick, so now they're actually going to come through and get it all started. I forgot, since it was 4 a.m. they weren't doing everything they need to do. But you can see the chemist is taking the product from here, is going to crack it all up, and you can see we got our other guys, our movers. He's going to start moving the product from next to next and refilling. So bang, he moves that into there, then he should refill it with the kook, bang, refill just like that, and then the chemist will come through, mix this, move to the next, mix the next one, and then we have our movers right over here who's grabbing the product from over here and moving it all into the start of the production line. So this is all pumping out, and I'll see you guys when we got a brick. Alright, so you can see our chemist on the way over here to start cracking all this. Bang, bang, bang. Alright, bro, speed it up. There we go. And then who moved that into here, and then we'll wait for the mover to come through, grab it. Homie's on the way, or maybe it's this guy, or maybe it's this guy, who knows. All right, he's on the way right here, and he's gonna scoop the product, bang, and then let's follow him and see where he takes it. I lied, it was this guy. He took it. All right, now he's taking it. Let's see. Oh, ow. All right, guys, they're still pumping it through the production line. You got all of our guys here, and now we are down to the last 2 bits of product until we start making it into brick. And you can see everything's getting moved down and turned into the final product, and bang, we got that filling up there. All right, guys, everything is being moved over. Bang, you see that just got moved, and this is getting moved, and this is becoming our final product right here, and we'll see what it comes out to the final price. This is one of the best mixes that we can make, and then we'll pump it out into a brick. And yeah, you can see still over here everything is running automatic. They're running through their things, and then this has been slowly filling up all the ovens, and then all those get moved down, and it is looking really effective. It's just, it is pretty slow because like only running 2 chemical stations, which is the max we can do to make this all work. It's a bit slow, but it's still working really well, which you can see here, and they'll get that started, and bang, this is our first brick coming out soon. All right, guys, you can see all of our workers are coming in to do what they need to do. Our final mix got mixed and moved into the shelf, so then one of our workers will come and take it from the shelf and move it into the brick press, which you can see, what's this guy's name? He's getting straight to work. Brian King is getting straight to work, moving this into the brick press, and then, oh, is he gonna pump into the brick? Let's see. Here he is. And then you can see everything, our production line is still being ran down all over here. Let's see. All right, we're gonna watch this guy very close. Let's see him at his profession. Bang, we have a brick, our first automatic brick, and he's gonna move it into the shelf. Let's see. There we go. Okay, never mind, he's doing a different job. Where'd you put my brick? He took the brick. He'll put it down somewhere. All right, here he comes. Where's my brick, homie? All right, well, he's getting back to work. Oh, here it is. All right, he put it in the shelf. I didn't see it. All right. Well, he just did it low-key, but there it is. It is in the shelf, and that is everything there. So that is our first official brick right there, and they're just going to keep pumping them out. The next one is literally going to be out in like 1 minute. So that is the fully automatic setup for everything there. It's absolutely insane, and this is a setup for the barn that everyone was asking for. So regardless, if you guys enjoyed that video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.